All right. Welcome back. Psychic Shari
Hi.
YouTube channel, talking to Sherry Klein here. Kind of a different day of the week than what we're used to. I'm kind of like flipping around different days here. We're kind of experimenting on what day or time of the week is best for everybody. So I know we started Thursday, then we went to Saturday mornings, then Sunday afternoons. Now Wednesday like late afternoon kind of a thing. So just
Yeah.
if anybody has any ideas or thoughts on what the best day and time is for you, then let us know because we're just looking for a place where uh, most people are going to be available to watch this. So um, kind of looks like
Yeah.
we're moving around, but we're still here.
I know. When we tried it on the weekends, that's good on some aspects, but then it's summertime. People want to get out, they have
Yeah.
plans.
Well, and you
And
work. This isn't a full time thing for you. You work
no,
weekdays. So
yeah,
weekdays in the daytime, unless it's like late afternoon, that's kind of like that's not going to work very well for you, right?
right. Yeah. Some days I have to really rush to get here it just
Yeah,
depends on
yeah,
traffic
yeah,
because I do a lot of driving.
yeah.
So
So,
unfortunately.
yeah. Lisa, welcome.
Hi.
Good to have you. Let's.
Hi, Lisa.
Oh, sorry. Got a good show today. We've got a reading Sherry did a few weeks ago from Annie, one of her YouTube subscribers. So we're going to play that for you today. Do something a little new today we've never done. Sherry's going to do what we're calling celebrity visions, as she takes a drawing that she did to help her kind of visualize her thoughts on this person. Um, and then we're going to do a little alphabet messages like we usually do. That's where she was going to provide some spiritual advice to everyone that's watching the show, either live or in the future. It'll apply either way. Um, and Sherry's going to do some quick reads. So if anybody there, wants a reading or has any questions, then post that in the comments section, and we'll try and get to you as soon as we can. So a lot on the plate right now. Why don't we go ahead and start off with Annie? I don't know if you remember this. It's been a few weeks ago.
I don't remember.
uh,
They just go right through me. So
yeah, you do quite a few, and
yeah.
which is good. You don't really forget or don't really remember too much about it. But
Yeah.
so I had a few technical difficulties getting this thing on the software here. It worked pretty well at the very beginning, but then it would freeze every once in a while. So hopefully it works all the way through this time. So
Okay.
let's get that reading on.
All righty. I'm just going to scan your energetic field here just a bit. Um, we love the way that you are able to adapt to what is happening around you. You're very good at pivoting. And when something happens that you're not expecting, you do very well at just coming up with plan B. So we like that about your energetic field. And what I'm doing, I'm just still kind of scanning your aura here just a bit. One thing that your spirit team is telling me is that you might find that you will start to notice things that you might not have noticed before. And it might start with things in your home. You might look at your baseboards and think, oh, I didn't realize they were that dirty. And all of a sudden, now it's going to start to bother you, or look up at ceiling fans and things of this nature. But it's not only going to be in your home, it's going to be even with people that you know, and you're going to start to see them maybe through a different lens, or see different things about them that you never noticed before. Things will also start to bother you more. Little tiny things will start to get on your nerves more than what they used to. And what your spirit team is telling me is that all of this is a combination of your senses just heightening. I don't know if this has happened to you yet. Has any of this happened to you yet?
Definitely.
Okay. And so, from our perspective, this is a good thing because it's going to branch out into other areas. What else do we have here, Irene? One thing that they're showing me is that you are going to, they're showing me you're going to pave a road you're going to pave a road that hasn't been paved yet, which tells me that you're going to go down and maybe start to do things your own way. You're not going to follow other people. You're going to come up, I almost want to say you're going to come up with your own modality. I don't know if you teach. It doesn't have to be on a spiritual level.
Hmm.
It could even be that you are a teacher in some way, but you're going to come up with your own way of doing things, and you're kind of going to throw out the things that you learned from the past. You're also going to start things are going to start to come up for you that you learned as a child. And you're starting to realize, hey, wait a minute, some of these things aren't making sense anymore. It might have to do with religion. It might just have to be with really anything. But you're going to start to do some soul searching. I am so drawn to when you were 4 years old. They're telling me that something happened maybe in the family dynamics, or something happened to you at 4 years old. They're showing me a little girl who's very intuitive, but who's quite an observer, which most children at that age are.
Hmm.
And they're just telling me that there was something in the family dynamics. Did something happen with your mom and your dad, or anything in the family dynamics when you were like 4 or 5 years old?
Not that I can recall, but I feel like, after I hear it, it's something where you kind of reflect and you're like, wait a second, actually, yes, but not at the moment. I can't think of anything.
Okay, that's all right.
Hmm.
Because they show me what spirit usually does is they'll take me back through your timeline. They show me 4 years old, 4 and 5, and then they show me 8. And there's something about when you started school. Wow,
Hmm.
that, of course it does. It throws all of us off when we go to kindergarten and we see other children and they live differently than we do. And then you start to um, kind of read them, I guess is what your spirit team is telling me. And you're very good at picking up on the energies of other people around you. And this is another thing that's going to start to really heighten with you. Do you own a deck of either tarot cards or angel cards or something? Because they're kind of showing me there might be something coming up in the very near future where you might even start to read for yourself or for others. Do you have any of those decks?
Um, I used to, not anymore.
Okay. Um, this might be something that comes up. It doesn't mean that you're going to read for other people, but it could mean that you just want to kind of dig a little bit deeper inside of you.
Hmm.
And it's what we call a little bit of soul searching. They're showing me no stone left unturned. And you're even going to go back and start to hash up maybe past romances or past friendships that you think didn't end well. And you're going to start to really learn a lot from what you're picking up from in your past. And Irene is my joy guide. I can hear Irene say, and then your future will be like smooth sailing for a bit. Of course, we know,
Hmm.
uh, life's not going to be perfect and great all the time. But there's a part of you that you're like, you know what? I am ready for life to get easier. I
Hmm.
am ready to get a free break. I am sick of drawing the short straw. When is it my turn? And your spirit team wants me to tell you, just hang tight because you have been, they show me like a slingshot, like you have been pulled back. And when they pull the slingshot back, that means you're kind of in a stuck mode. But once you let go of that, wow, you just catapult. So they said, your time is coming. And they said when you draw the longer straw, it's going to be the longest straw in the bunch. So there will be a lot of things that are going to manifest for you. And they're telling me that you have been working on trying to manifest in your future. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely.
And they're telling me that they have been, some of these things your spirit team wants me to tell you, they have been working on these for quite some time. It may not come in the way that you think it should,
Hmm.
but that's okay, because what I'm getting from your spirit team is it's probably going to end up better than what you thought, or better than what you thought the outcome was.
Hmm.
Sometimes when we put an outcome on something that we want to manifest, and if it doesn't come back in a timely manner, or if it doesn't come back the way we think it should, then, oh no, we think we've done something wrong. The minute it does that, it throws you back to square one. But they're telling me we don't see you going back to square one. We see where you start to pivot. I think that's what we started out with your reading, is that you're good at pivoting, and you understand that your higher self and your spirit team knows a little bit more than you do, and that you trust them to guide you. Is that correct?
Definitely.
So they're saying stay the course, but don't forget to take time for yourself and to have fun. You are really good you're a good doer. You know, you can do things, but we also see where you put a lot of pressure on your shoulders. And we don't want you to walk around like you have a heavy cloud around you, like, oh, I'm stressed out, because you can tend to put too much on yourself.
Hmm.
And they're wanting you to make sure that you carve out a piece each day where, and you don't have to do anything. That is what makes you the happiest, is when your head quits talking, when you can just chill and not think or do anything.
Hmm.
And so that's what they're saying. Make sure that you give yourself time to enjoy the little things in life too. Of course, we love everybody to be outside, but we love animals for you too. There's a part, do you love animals?
Certain ones.
Do you have a dog? I'm seeing either a dog or a cat.
No, I have a cat.
Okay. Oh, Irene, you're funny. Uh, does your cat have an attitude? Most cats do. What do we
Yeah,
think?
of course.
I got to tell you, we are seeing where you're going to start to really get fond. And here's the thing: even though you're a cat lover, we're seeing a very high probability that you might end up with a furry little friend like a dog. And you're like, there's no way. But there's a part of you that feels sorry for the underdog, feels sorry for the little critters. It's not like you're going to go searching for this dog. This dog might come and find you. And I
Mhm.
don't want to say, oh, you feel like you're going to get stuck with him, but you will love him, and you will grow a wonderful bond with this dog. So this might be a little bit into the future.
Mhm.
Um, and we feel like at this point you might still have your cat at the same time. So kind of funny. Wow, that took a turn, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
You know what? I don't normally do this, because I only do this when when people pay for readings. I don't know your spirit team, and Irene is saying we'd like to open up for a question. Do you have one question you'd like to ask?
Just any, I mean, I know you kind of touched on kind of manifesting things and future and stuff. But I guess as far as like a romantic path, do you see anything in that regard specifically changing, or, I don't know what the question is, but yeah, anything like significant about a romantic, sooner than later relationship?
Okay. As you're talking, the first thing I'm picking up on is I'm seeing the word fear above your head. There is a part of you that I can see you like dipping your toe in the water, but you're scared to jump in. There's a part of you that has your heart so guarded. Um, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
They want me to tell you, they want me to, I guess, reassure you that you understand that when you get into a relationship, it's a 50-50 chance that that person could hurt your, could break your heart, but you could break that person's heart as well.
Mm-hmm.
And and you cheat yourself. When I go back through your timeline, I see where you have cheated yourself out of maybe I was going to say something else, but your team says friendships or things of that nature, to where it's hard for you to really trust somebody. And when you do that, you're so guarded that you can't really be yourself. And then it's not authentic. It's like the energy flow is not there.
Mm-hmm.
We do feel like you are about this close to getting to where you're like, you know what? I'm ready to just jump in. I want a relationship because I'm sick of being alone. So we do see that. You're good at manifesting. Start throwing it out to the universe what you want in a person. You don't have to know exactly what they look like, because your spirit team is telling me you might be surprised, because we do see someone maybe coming in for you, and it might be somebody that might not be your typical person that you would pick,
Mm-hmm.
because when we go back through your timeline, you kind of pick the same type of person, I guess we want to say.
Mm-hmm.
This person might be a little bit different than what you would normally pick. And it's going to sneak up on you. It might start out as a friendship, but I got to tell you, one thing they're showing me is that this person is funny, and who doesn't like a funny person?
Right.
And it's just, you're just going to be so fond of this person. And again, when you try to manifest what you want in this person, throw it out to the universe and manifest it. And thank you, Irene. And she says, think about how you want to feel in a relationship. Focus on that. How do you want somebody to make you feel? We know you want somebody to make you feel secure, but
Mm-hmm.
we also know that you need to have your voice and your opinion. You're not going to let somebody come in and snowball you and take control, because that is out of the question.
Yeah, for sure.
So we see where it will be a wonderful teeter-totter. They always show me a teeter-totter, and I kind of like it when it's level, and that is what they're showing me. But
Mm-hmm.
and again, we're going to reiterate, this relationship might sneak up on you, and you might not realize that it's going to start out one way, but it's going to end a different way. And we love the way that we see it ending. So to wrap that in a nutshell, we do see. Thank you, Irene. A lot of times we don't like to put time frames on things, because on this earth we have free will.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that they're showing me with you, we think that something could possibly take hold by the end of this year. And now your next question might be, do I know this individual? Um, we're gonna teeter a little bit on, we don't think you've met this person yet. Sometimes it's hard for us to tell time, because time
Mm-hmm.
doesn't exist. We don't think you've met this person yet.
Okay.
So does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you.
All right. Bring back some memories. A little bit different.
Isn't it funny? I'm sitting here. I remember some of it, but not all of it. And we did have a little faux pas there.
A little what?
Oh, are you frozen?
No, I'm not frozen.
Oh,
Are
you're
you?
kind of glitching in and out again.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sounding okay, and you're looking okay.
Okay, I don't know. Keep talking, because
All right.
it's
Well, just wanted to let everybody know that if you're interested in having a mini read with with Shari, then it's easy to do. Just send an email to sherryklein11 at gmail.com. It's the bottom left hand side of the screen, bottom right hand side of the screen. In the body of the email, just start, I want a reading, a mini reading selected, then we'll get back with you, give you the date and time of the specific reading. It's pre-recorded, so at our convenience, we can do that. Looks like we lost Shari again. Hopefully she'll come back. Um, so we'll give you a URL link on that as well. You click on it. It's really quite easy to do. You get a little pop-up, and it'll ask you to check your video and your audio just to make sure it's working okay, and then you click sign in or log in, and then you're on. Really easy to do, and for those of you that have some issues with privacy, you can be like Andy. You can turn your webcam off if you've got issues with your name. Give us a different name. We've had people that do both at the same time. And it's not a problem with Shari. She can handle that. She give you a reading just based upon your voice frequency. That's all she really needs, which is good because she's been doing this for 20 some years, and most of the time she's been doing it over the phone. So it's all been about the voice with her voice frequency and vibrations. So she'll lock in to your spirit guides, and her guides connect to your guides, and they talk a little bit, and then she'll get the reading, she'll get the visuals. She works off of downloads. Yeah, I'm stretching here. Hopefully, she can get back on. She works off downloads um, from her spirit guides. So she'll get a whole bunch of information, and then she's got to kind of decipher it, translate it a little bit afterwards, uh, so that once she gets it, she can communicate the reading, and then hopefully give a good reading that you're comfortable with. So still waiting for her. She's offline. I'm not sure. She actually went offline when we did the reading with Annie and came back on, but she's not getting on anymore. So I'm not. We'll give her just a few more minutes. Let's see if we've got any more comments from people. No, we've got Lisa. Thanks. Thank you, Lisa. Uh, hopefully we
There
hear
you are.
what's been going on. Is something
Oh,
wrong?
I've just been, yeah, it,
I've been
you
stretching,
still
I've
sound
been
funny.
talking and talking and talking, waiting for you to show up. Can you hear me all right now? Hello?
Yeah, you still sound a little funny. I could see me the whole time.
Oh, you were completely offline, so I don't know what the deal is. Why don't we jump
Yeah,
into?
you still sound funny.
All right. Well, why don't we jump into your celebrity vision right now?
Okay.
Because I'm off screen and you're off screen. Hopefully, people can hear you. Uh, the celebrity today is Justin Bieber. Shari, how did you start? Just give us an origin of this celebrity visual that you do. How did you start doing this?
Okay. I can barely hear you.
All right. Well,
You're cutting out.
all right.
But what I'll say is when I first started, I would get somebody's name and then I would sit and go into a meditation and I'd write their name down on a piece of paper and then I would just start getting messages from spirit. And then I would write it down. I might draw a little picture, I might write things, but I used to do this many, many years ago. And yeah, it's really interesting how a lot of information comes through.
Okay, so let's get right to it. I'm going to put the um, I don't know if you call it art, but I'm going to put this on the screen, and then you're going to just start to talk about your visions that you got for Justin. All right?
Okay.
So,
All
go ahead.
right. Yeah, this looks like just a bunch of scribble, and that's kind of what it is. Let's start out with the top left-hand side of the screen where you see an egg. And again, this is about Justin Bieber. And one thing that this egg says is no egg on Haley's face. She'll do everything in her power to make this relationship work. Because what Spirit was telling me, and quite honestly, it's not like I follow him. I do know he's a big celebrity right now. But again, this is just what Spirit was telling me. But I guess what Spirit was saying is when they first got together, maybe a lot of people, friends or something that Haley knew, maybe tried to talk her out of getting in a relationship with him. And so she's going to really give it a good college try and see to it that she's going to try to make this relationship work. If you go to the very left, one thing it says, keep in mind that what is put on social media is tainted. I think we all know that. Underneath at the bottom part of the J, it says a boomerang. What comes around goes around, and that you will see, and this is Justin, helping the homeless or helping charities or doing it openly and not for publicity, but just out of the kindness of his heart. So there's going to be a lot of that going on. If you move over to the U, where it says Lucky Horse Show, and it goes straight up to a record, they did tell me that he was going to get a number one song during his sadness. So he's going through a rough patch right now. I think that's obvious, but they're telling me that out of that, he's going to really come up with this, just a number one hit. So good for him. Underneath the U, it says he will put on some weight and grow a stronger bond with his family. And this could be his extended family, could be with Haley, but it could be with other family members as well. And when we put on weight, it doesn't mean that he's going to weigh 300 pounds, but it just feels like it's going to be noticeable. The S, if you go underneath it, it says S is for silence, that he will drop into the seclusion for a while and go on a spiritual retreat. Still staying with the S, songs will be different than any other. He's going to come up with a different song that's really going to be catchy and a different type of music, and he might do several songs that follow that same pattern. We do see above the S, see the cloud lift from over him, and he regroups and starts a family. Funny, we use pink. Now, when we say starts a family, I know he already has a child. So I just used the words that Spirit gave me. So take with that what you want. On the T, we see where it says come to Jesus, and you go up, and there's a little that actually is supposed to be a person with a little white robe on. And we do see where he goes on maybe an ayahuasca retreat. I don't know if he's done that before, but it feels like he's going to do things of this nature on a whole different level. And it does feel like it really helps him with his inner child work. We go to the I, again, it's the inner child. Cloud 9, he breaks his silence in a lawsuit that helps him to heal his inner child. I don't know what that lawsuit is. Sometimes a lot of times Spirit will show me things that haven't happened yet. But whatever happens, some of his past, even back in when he was younger, will come up and it will be exposed, but yet it helps him to heal it. That's when we jump over to the N, where it says needs healing. We see him heals past wounds from others and from his childhood. And then it just says that, believe it or not, he has been under more stress than what he is right now, because on the TV, little bits of things I might see, or here. It sounds like he's just under so much, but his team was telling me that he's really been under a lot more pressure than what he is now. So we feel he has a good chance of kind of pulling himself up and getting it back together. And so that's kind of our little, well, like Bobby said, I don't know if we call it spirit art, but that's what I got from his spirit team and from mine. So
Okay. Well, that's good. We're gonna. I know that it was a little hard to read or look at, um, but we're gonna clean it up for our next time, and hopefully, hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to do a lot more of those soon. All right,
yeah,
Sherry, can you hear me? Okay.
no, I really can't hardly hear you at all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I'm not sure what the problem with on your end is, but everything seems to
Yeah.
be going okay here. So why don't we go ahead and get into alphabet messages? Okay, and this is where
Okay.
Sherry is going to provide um, some spiritual guidance to everyone that's watching this today or in the future. She's going to now. What I want everybody to do right now is to select a letter. It's going to be letter A, B, or C. Don't think about it. Just whatever immediately popped into your head when I first asked you to pick one. That's it. Because if you think about it a little bit, then that's in your mind. It's not from spirit. And we want your letter to come from spirit. So that immediate uh, view of your letter, that's what it is. Okay, Sherry, we all have our letter.
Oh, okay.
You're ready.
All right. So if you chose letter A, that is the rabbit energy coming in. What that means is a lot of things are going to start to multiply and very quickly. Once you get a momentum, it's really going to take off and get some juice behind it. So be careful of what you're manifesting. If you start to jump down a rabbit hole where things aren't going good and you're depressed, you're going to have to pull yourself out of it very quickly because it is going to multiply extremely fast. All right. If you picked B, B is the fox energy coming in. And one thing that Irene is saying is be leery of someone who is around you who's pretending to be a friend. Um, Try not to tell everything you know, even about yourself. And we're not talking about to lifelong friends. We're just talking about someone who maybe at work who pretends to be your friend or a new person in your circle. Just be a little bit leery of them because um, some people just can't be trusted. All right. If you picked C, C is going to be for chicken, and you're going to find yourself searching for answers. What came first, the chicken or the egg? You're going to start to rethink things that you were taught, maybe even as a child. You're going to want to rethink them because they're not making sense to you anymore. And so you're going to find yourself doing this more and more, almost like you're going to be an investigator. And one thing leads to another, to another. It's just going to be a series of events of a lot of things that are going to come up. And then after you investigate them, you'll think, oh, now this makes sense. So those are the alphabet messages. And I hope that they resonate with you. So, and I know I say that wrong every time, don't I, Bobby?
I know, and I like to comment on.
Everything. I'm never gonna say that word right.
I know.
So
All right. Well, given all of our technical glitches and the fact that we don't have anybody online that really wants a reading right now, why don't we go ahead and just close it down right at this point and see if we can deal with these technical issues. We're going to look at in terms of the day and the time and try and figure out what's best for everyone. And we'll eventually settle on one or two days out of the week. Start with one, and once we build a following, do multiple days of live streams and readings from Shari. She'll still do the mini reads. We'll do the alphabet messages, celebrity readings, the celebrity visions, and anybody that logs on and wants a reading and post that in the comments section. Shari will give a reading. So we've got a lot of things we want to do on this live stream, and we just look forward to as many people tuning in as possible. And we want to get a good day and a time for when that takes place. So, anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Annie for agreeing to share her reading with us. We hope you liked it all. As always, if you have a topic you'd like for us to discuss or a question for Shari to answer, put that down in the comments section, and we'll make that happen. If you'd like to book your own private reading with Shari, go to psychicshari.com. Click on the Schedule Now button. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, as well as click on that little bell icon to be notified whenever we post new videos or whenever there's a new live stream coming up. I think that'll do it. Hopefully we'll get these technical difficulties out of the way this time and be smooth sailing coming up.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Take
Okay. Bye,
care.
everybody. Thanks.